Please welcome Golf Weather.
If I was a better man, I'd sit and try to understand why you laugh until you cry. I hope that's alright. And if it makes for stormy weather with sparks to find side together, I'd rather clear the air. I hope that's alright. And if I was to say what's on my mind, would you go along with what you find, or just say that that's alright? I'm defeated. Ooh, utterly depleted. So strung out on the what ifs and the what if nots. So tired of the abuse, I just drink it up. So if you could take the time to read the reasons to be mine, the list is short but so is life. I hope that's alright. If you wanna risk it all to say what you will, you'll find no rest in second guesses. I know this to be true. And if I were your prototype, I'd like to build up to the hype, and I'll bet I'm worth the fight. I hope that that's alright. Ooh, I'm defeated. Ooh, utterly depleted. So strung out on the what ifs and the what if nots. So tired of the abuse, I just drink it up. So if I could just have a minute and weigh the odds up as you bring them, I'll set the table for two by candlelight. And if you still think differently, well, who am I to disagree? The truth cuts so easily, but I know I'll be fine. Ooh, I'm defeated. Ooh, utterly depleted. So strung out on the what ifs and the what if nots. So tired of the abuse, I'm using up my last excuse. Whoever needed proof that that's alright.
Welcome to the Gladrap Awards. Thank you very much for Golf Weather for his amazing performance. That is his brand new song, which you can only few hear at the moment, but hopefully you can, get that music out. Gladrap Awards is this amazing new thing that nothing has ever been done before in New Zealand. It's kind of like the People's Choice Awards, like the Gladraps. Like we've got the Tonys, we've got the Oscars, the Golden Globes, the Emmys, the Grammys, and now we've got the Gladraps. So this is actually really, really exciting to have this. This is our very first show, but we didn't expect this to be such a good turnout in ways of voting. So we've decided that next year we're going to do this show live, probably at ABA Stadium in December-ish, like sometime this year. But let's rock right into it. Let's do the very first award, the Amateur Boxer of the Year. Amateur boxers are the grassroots of boxing. The much more elite quality boxing than you would think of corporate boxing. Our nominees: David Nika, Jerome Pampalone, I'm sorry if I mispronounced it, Levi Filamaia, Troy Garton, and Tasman Benny. This award has had 448 votes, and the winner with 32.8% is David Nika. So we have sent David Nika's certificate in the mail, and he will receive it right before Christmas. Hopefully he'll send us a response and we can actually put it on Facebook. So the Gladrap Awards have had such a big turnout. We have received 854 votes. This is amazing. We expected to get 2. Yeah, this is me and producer Josh. But 854 people, because we didn't allow multiple votes per person. It's every single vote is from a completely separate person with a Google account of some sort. So yeah, that is utterly amazing. We didn't expect this turnout. If you do not like any of the winners, and you don't just think they deserve to win, it's your own fault because you didn't get your own, voting done. But next, most entertaining boxer of the year. So when we talk about most entertaining boxer, we're not talking about, we're talking about the most entertaining boxer in the ring, outside the ring, the stare down, after the fight, someone that's funny, someone that entertains, someone that knocks them out, but not necessarily knocks them down. Someone that has a little bit of shimmy, Okay, most entertaining boxer of the year. Your nominees: Andre Mikhailovich, he is always an entertaining boxer. Cairo George, as he always does, flip in the ring and does the massive stare down. Julius Long, he's got the massive mouth, and also he talks a lot. Aubrey Maguchi Bale Bombay from his there it goes. From his trainer and Mr. Entertainer himself, Scope Siossi, who throws roses, dances, dances into the ring, has that purple thing that follows him like a bad smell. And those are the nominees. We have received 419 votes for this particular award, and your winner, receiving 32.5% of the votes, is Andre the Renegade Mikhailovich. Now, unfortunately, the Peach boxing people didn't like the fact that Jerome won the Amateur Boxing Award, which is, it's fair enough. That's their opinion. But because Jerome didn't win it, they've decided not to support the awards. That's fine. That's up to them. If Andre Mikhailovich or if Andre Mikhailovich wants to receive his award, just let us know. We'll send it to your address. Give us your address and we'll send it to you. Talking about most entertaining boxer of the year, it kind of made sense because it was so entertaining. The light went out. So I went, oh, dark. That's weird. But you know what else is entertaining? Seeing some cuts. Because we all like, see blood and, cuts. It's like, oh, look at that ugly face. So, coming up now is the worst cut of the year. Now we're talking about cuts, that big massive cuts that could actually even stop a fight. Nothing about these, nose bloody bleeds, maybe not like that because that's a little bit too Hitler, but, nose bloody bleeds and, all the, oh my god, I stubbed my toe. But nominees, we received 366 votes for this award. Nominees are Cairo George, that big massive fucking cut. David Light when he fought Mark Flanagan, Tris Rucker, and Claire Hefner, which would probably have to give it to Giovanna if she won that, because I don't know, I can't be bothered sending it to Canada. That's if she won. But because she didn't win. Because the winner with 58.7%, that's a big massive percentage, is Cairo George. So Cairo George, we have sent his certificate in the mail, and he will receive it. If he gets a response to us, we'll put it on Facebook. Best looking female boxer of the year. You know, we don't often talk about how good looking the boxers are, so it's a good opportunity, you know, to give, you know, those really good looking boxers. I mean, like, you know, how often to appreciate the good looks of these boxers. Okay, we're going to talk about the best female, best looking, best attractive, the hottest one. You know, so hot that it might make me straight. This award has received 407 7 votes, and nominees is Auri Malacia, Baby Nansen, Giovanna Perez, Lani Daniels, Laura Woods, Talia Smith, and Tessa Tualevau. And your winner, with 20.4% of the votes, is the smiling assassin, the best looking female of this year, Lani Daniels. Now crossing over to John Conway, who will be accepting the award on behalf of her.
I'm sure she'd like to thank her sponsors. That's great. Lani will be over the moon with this award. It's great.
Thank you, John Conway, for accepting the award on behalf of Lani Daniels. Now let's talk about penises as we look at best looking male boxer of the year. Now this is what I've been waiting for the whole entire year, you know, because, you know, I like these boxers, especially these nominees, you know what I mean. This award received 374 votes. It's actually quite funny to think about it, because female boxers receive more votes than the male, so that's just sexist. No, it's not. Okay, your nominees is Andre Mikhailovich. That's sexy beast. Maybe I should not do that. I'll just do it for Andre, because he is a sexy beast. Bowen Morgan, David Light, Joshua Francis, Nort Beauchamp, and Shay Brock. And your winner, all the way from Christchurch with 24.9%, is Nort Beauchamp. Crossing over to Christchurch is Nort Beauchamp accepting his award.
99 and 100. Thank you very much, guys. I heard I won the Handsome Award for the year. I'm glad to be appreciated for my beautiful boxing. My beautiful body. I'm working hard in the gym, working hard on my Instagram, but it's not about the muscles, it's not about the looks, it's about what's up here. And I've got the best hairdo in the game, so yeah, thank you very much, GladrapChannel, and the 30 million people who voted for me as well. See you in March 2020.
Okay, we're going to start on our first Hall of Fame for 2019. We're going to induct a judge. We need to appreciate all the judges, the non-boxers or the non-people who are in the ring, and also the people who support boxing, the officials, the MCs, and everyone that helps boxing brings it up. Our first inductee of the Gladrap Hall of Fame is Douglas Carrick Belton. Douglas Carrick Belton is one of New Zealand's most beloved boxing officials. He was once the president of the Commonwealth Boxing Council, which is now affiliated with the WBC. He was a president of the New Zealand Professional Boxing Association. He has judged over 8 major world title fights, judged over 36 title fights, supervised over 3 title fights, and officiated more than 200 professional fights of his career. He is also a judge for the first ever world title fight that held in New Zealand on the 16th of April 2016, and that was between Carly Rees and Marcela Concho, sorry if I mispronounced it, for the WBC Women's Middleweight title. Unfortunately, he passed away later that year in 2016 after a long battle of cancer. We'd like to honour Douglas Carrick Belton for his long contribution to the sport of boxing and thank him for all the hard work he has done. We are honoured to induct him into the Hall of Fame. Now, before we move on to the next award, I thought, I'd do a little bit of costume change, because what is a gay without a costume change? And you know what? I like to be Christmassy. I like the tinsel. I like to sparkle, here. And so, yeah. Coming up to this next award, It is event of the year. Now we're talking about this event of the year, which is the most entertaining event. We're not talking about like one particular fight, but the whole event. So every single event, every single fight. What's different about this event? Is there anything that's different about like lighting? Is there music? Is there entertainment? Is there dance crews? Anything that's different? And like even like the atmosphere of the event. So it's very important. This category received 489 votes. The first nominee is Bruce Glossier, Giovanna Perez's world title defense against Claire Hafner. Second nominee, Daniela Smith with Diamonds in the Ring at Barfoot and Thompson Stadium. Great atmosphere. She had a good lighting. Giovanna Perez was there as well. Isaac Peach, 18th of May, where he had David Light. David Light versus Mark Flanagan. Mike Dawes and Mike King. As the Mike King, it was a corporate only event, but they had the mixture of it was called IT Hard Hitters or something like that. They had the entertainment of Mike King's comedy and the fight of boxing, and also the lighting at Barfoot and Thompson Stadium, the old ASB stadium. Nigel Elliott on the 4th of May. We're talking about amazing venue. It was right next to the Lake Kakapo. Amazing sceneries. Oh, mate, I was ready to propose to someone. That's how beautiful it was. It was Cara George versus Dame Torres. Had the fairy lights on the ring. It was nice. Sam Rapera, the 25th of May, in TSB Stadium, I think it was, over in New Plymouth. Over 3,400 people attended. That was the biggest attendance in 2019. And finally, Shane Cameron. Oh, this is so entertaining. Again, the light just went off. Again, 30th of August, Shane Cameron with the main event of Julius Long taking on Kiki Toa-Latelli and Alistair Boyd versus Josh Francis. And your winner, with 32.5% of the votes, is Sam Rapera and Jess Rapera Boxing. Now we're going to cross over to Sam Rapera in New Plymouth right now.
Okay, thank you to GladrapChannel for our event-winning event of the year. It was a pretty awesome show. I think we had 3,500 in attendance. The main event was Tana the Terminator Reed versus Baby Pitbull Nanton, and Baby won on points, and it was a really good fight. The crowd loved it, and since then Tans has gone over to Australia. She beat an undefeated really young chick, and she won the Australasian lightweight title, so she's going really good now. The whole show was great. We put a lot of time into building the fights and putting some good storylines. So pretty happy with how it's turned out. That was our 11th event. I think we run tons of amateur events when I was an amateur, and so it's all coming together really well. So thanks to GladrapChannel, and watch out for the next event.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's producer Joshua. I am here to announce the non-boxer of the year. This is to recognize the people who have contributed to the sport outside of the ring. The list of nominees are Benjamin Watt, aka Mr. Controversy. Benji has many jobs including boxing judge, BoxRex editor, freelance writer, Wikipedia editor, the host of What's What with Benji Watt, and so much more that we have all lost count. Calvin Jameson for amazing photography. Myself, producer Joshua for Gladrap, New Zealand boxing channel. Michael Clifton for sports journalism, who writes for Newsy. We have received 371 votes for this category, and your winner by 55% of the votes is Benjamin Thomas Watts. Ladies and gentlemen,
First of all, Josh, you've gone so skinny. I want to thank everyone who voted for me, all those 55% of those people. well, I was actually really hoping that I'd get this award out of them all because, like, as you all know, I've never stepped foot in the ring, and because of my health, I'm not allowed to. So I'm happy to be a non-boxer because I get fisting in other ways. Okay, seriously, I started getting more interested in boxing back in like 2000 when I saw David Lohr take on Lennox Lewis, and started getting more interested through that in PlayStation games and boxing and stuff like that. I really got really hooked into it again when I saw Shane Cameron versus David Tor, and had became a big massive fan of boxing from that point onwards. I started judging I started becoming a BoxRec editor back in 2014, and later on became a boxing judge since then. Ever since then, I've been trying my hardest to kind of like earn my spot in the boxing community by doing everything that's not involving getting punched in the head because of all my health issues. So again, thanks everyone for voting me for this award. If you haven't know what this looks like, because we haven't really had an opportunity to have a look, have a good nice close-up on that. Good certificate. And yeah, on to the next! Now, my one question to you is, don't I look bloody ridiculous? And again, I'm so entertaining, the light went out. So, okay, we're on to the next nomination, next award. This is MC of the Year. Now, this is all dedicated to the MCs out there who did boxing events, who have a microphone in their face the whole entire time that looks like they're sucking a cock every time they're announcing something. Okay, nomination of the 390 votes were casted onto this award. First nominee is Dale Husband, who generally does Isaac Peaches Awards. You know, he dances, sings. He's quite entertaining, actually. Second nomination, Lieutenant Dan Hennessy. Yeah. Dan Hennessy is a classic. He does an amazing job. He always does an amazing job. He's very entertaining as well. And he's got the catchphrase, "Can somebody, somewhere, make some noise?" Next nomination is Isaac Savage. As we've seen Isaac Savage increasingly become popular as like one of the lead MCs of New Zealand. He's always entertaining, especially when he does like what are they called, when they're buying something, what are they called? Auctions. There we go. Thank you, producer Josh. So he does an amazing job at auctions. And finally, the one and only Mike Angro, who does a show here and there. Not so much, but he's still quite a notable MC. And your winner, with 39% of the votes, is Lieutenant Dan Hennessy. Crossing now at his house in Auckland is Dan Hennessy.
Let me just soak all this in for a second, man. Things I have to do to get your autograph, Benji. Yes. Right? All right. Okay, ready? Well, Lieutenant Dan Hennessy here, and look, I've done it. It's been done, ladies and gentlemen. The top of the heap, the top of the food chain. I'd like to thank the Gladrap Awards for nominating me and then naming me MC of the Year. Fantastic stuff. Doing good work. Thanks so much.
Introducing the next person that's going to be inducted into the 2019 Gladrap Hall of Fame is Carly Mean Hands Meehan. Carly Meehan is one of the most respected boxers to come out of New Zealand. He is a New Zealand-born boxer of Fijian descent that mostly fought in Australia. His amateur record was 25 wins, 5 losses. In his professional career, he has won the South Seas Championship, Oceanic Boxing Association Championship, Australian National Championship, IBF Pan Pacific, WBO Asia Pacific, WBA PABA, WBO North American Boxing Organization, WBF World title, and WBA Pan-African WBA Pan-African Heavyweight titles. He has won the Super 8 Heavyweight 8-man tournament in 2014, winning $200,000. In 2004, he fought Lamon Brewster for the WBO World Heavyweight title. Kali Meehan is now a co-anchor on Fight Call Out on Fox Sports in Australia and helps train his son, the professional boxer Willis Meehan. He is now retired. He is retired in 2015 after fighting Joseph Parker, with the fight breaking a record with the most regional titles in one fight in New Zealand, with 6 major regional titles on the line. Finally, his final record is 42 wins, 6 losses, no draws, with 32 big wins coming by way of KO. We are honored to induct Kali Meehan into the Hall of Fame.
Hello everyone, I'm producer Josh, here to present Judge of the Year. Boxing judges have one of the most important roles in boxing, deciding who wins, who loses, and on the rare occasion, who draws. Sometimes it can be a high-pressured and highly stressful job, making sure that they're making the right calls and can also receive a lot of criticism. Your nominees are Benjamin Watts, Darcy Williams, who judged on Giovanna Perez versus Alani Daniels fight, Ian Scott, who has judged multiple world title fights overseas, Iona Schwalger, who judged Giovanna Perez's title defense against Claire Hafner, Soyara Sabatian, who judged with IBO and WBC. We received 400 votes, and the winner with 36.6% is Benjamin Watts.
Now, this is the title that I really, really wanted. I worked very hard to being a judge. I crawled my way up. In my whole boxing career, I've done about 89 professional fights, and I think almost 1,000 corporate fights, I would say. A lot of corporate fights. But this year has been a very busy year. I've had 17 fights as a professional judge, 2 or 3 title fights as well, and I'm being very excited. I'm very excited that's happened this year. I'm very excited for next year as well. I'm very proud of how far I've came and where I am, and I'm very much enjoying myself being with Pro Box at the moment. Pro Box has shown me so much more respect than I ever have received in an organisation, and I'm really happy there. So I hope everyone thank you to everyone that voted. Thank you to the people who support me, and on to next year in 2020. Don't I look smashing? I like, you know how I am. I like to be sparkly, light up, like, I'm flaming, I'm flamboyant, and, I'm gay. Like, bright up the place. It's brilliant. Okay, referee of the year. Referee is a very important job of boxing. It's kind of controls the whole fight, obviously. For this category, we've got 472 votes. First nomination is Police Officer Andrew Bell, David Craig, Ina Schuster, sorry if I mispronounced that, and John the Rebel Conway. Look, I'm jumping from light to gear. And your winner, with 39.2% of the votes, is David Craig. We cross now to him live at Ellerslie Event Centre. Well, not so live, pre-recorded, as he accepts his award.
Thank you, Benji.
No problem.
Thanks, guys. Thanks to everybody who voted and took part of this, and thanks to Gladrap for doing such an outstanding job. Very interesting and a great thing to be doing. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
So you've had 6 events where you've gone over to China. Tell us about that, because you did world title fights with IBO as well.
Yeah, that's right. 6 trips to China this year, pretty busy, including world title fights, Asia Oriental titles, those sort of things. It's really interesting up there. They look after you well. The sport of boxing in China is on the up and up. As you know, they've got a very strong amateur background and amateur sport, but the professional side of things is coming on really strong. They do look after you really well. They love their sport and treat everybody involved as a real celebrity. So it's quite fun up there.
So what's next for you coming into 2020? Would you do any more world title fights?
Yeah, well, look, hopefully. The IBO is very, very active at the moment in the Asia region. So Philippines, Thailand, Singapore and China is coming on strong. And yeah, looking to do as much as we can up there. So as I say, always good fun.
Fantastic. So congratulations. Next, to be inducted into the 2019 Gladrap Hall of Fame is David, the Tourminator, or Tourman, Tour. David Tour is an icon in boxing across the world. He's really the person that put New Zealand boxing and Samoa boxing on the map. He is recognised by multiple people as the best boxer in the world to not have won a world title. In his amateur career, he won the bronze medal in the 1992 Barcelona Olympic Games and a bronze medal in the 1991 Sydney Boxing World Championships. He entered his professional career with 52 wins, 5 losses, 2 draws, with 43 big wins coming by way of KO. He has won the WBC International, the IBF USBA, the IBF Intercontinental, the WBC North American Boxing Federation, the WBO Asia Pacific, and the WBO Oriental Heavyweight titles. He has fought Lennox Lewis on the 11th of November 2000 for the WBC IBF IBO World Heavyweight titles, which attracted 1,841,230 people to watch that fight in New Zealand alone. This is actually holding the world record at one point for the most views watching a televised boxing event by per capita of a country. And this actually held the record of the most viewership in New Zealand for 11 years. And after that was the Rugby World Cup. So that's actually very interesting by itself. He has fought Shane Cameron on the 3rd of October 2009, which was dubbed New Zealand's Fight of the Century, with each boxer receiving $500,000 in purse. The fight holds the record of the most pay-per-view buys in New Zealand with 88,000 buys, which is again another world record for pay-per-view buys per country capita. He has never been stopped in his professional career, has one of the highest knockout percentages in the world, and is known for his devastating left hook. Since his retirement, he's become a trainer and a gym owner. He's been inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame and was appointed an Officer of the New Zealand Order of Merit, once for the services of youth, and again boxing and for his contributions in boxing and the community. So twice. We are proud to induct the legendary David Tour into the Hall of Fame.
Hello everyone. I'm here to present Commentator of the Year. Commentators are very important roles to make boxing look good on TV when there are awkward silences. They can also give a good insight into boxing, which not a lot of people can do. This award received 401 votes, and the nominees are Benjamin Mr. Controversy Watts, Daniela Smith, who commentated on the world title fight between Giovanna Perez and Claire Hafner, Ina Schulster, Isaac Savage, Kendall the Caucasian Cannon Cooper, and lastly, Mike Angrove. And the winner, who got 23.3% of the votes, is Mr. Controversy, Benjamin Thomas Watt.
Thank you everyone for voting for me. I didn't actually expect to get this at all because to be honest, I don't think I deserve this award. I think like Danielle Smith deserved it. So she was actually very close to my percentages. Mike Angrove is also very close to my percentages. I think like Danielle Smith got 22% and Mike Angrove got 21.3%. So it was a very, very tight, very, very tight contest with that. But honestly, I don't think I've deserved this, but I'll accept it anyway. You know, I always like commentating when I'm not judging because it gives me it gives me something to do. It lets me have a say in boxing and what's happening. It shows that I really don't know what I'm doing half the time. And it gets me to say random shit. You know, like swollen foreskins. I remember when I was 19, I was on Grindr. Ring man. In fact, I've decided for a costume change. Who doesn't like a nice costume change? This was actually I got this in America. What do you think? Is it you know too casual? Who gives a fuck? Okay, we've gone to Champion of the Year. Now this is for all those champions who was a brand new champion or a defending champion for during 2019. We received 469 votes for this category. And the nominees are Andrei Mikhailovich for the Pro Box NZ Middleweight title, Bowen Morgan for the WBU World Welterweight title, Cairo George for the Pro Box Pacific Super Lightweight title, David Light for the WBO Oriental Cruiserweight title, Giovanna Perez for the WBO World Women's Heavyweight title, Light Heavyweight I should say, Isaac Placid for the Pro Box South Island Cruiserweight title, Junior Farr for the WBO Oriental Heavyweight title, and Mosi Waimatangi Jr. for the OPBF Silver and WBA Oceania East-West Super Middleweight titles. And your winner, with 40.3% of the votes, is Giovanna Perez! Crossing now to Giovanna herself.
Thank you. Again, I just would like to say thank you to everybody who follows me and follows my journey, to my coaches, to Terence, the special person in my life that makes all this possible. So that's us, women's boxing.
You know, I always talk about always being entertaining. Shane Cameron always talks about entertainment. Now we're going to talk about the next category that's certainly entertaining. Knockout of the Year. We always like to see a good, nice bruising knockout. Like we like seeing nice and good blood and cuts and stuff like that. But, you know, a good knockout that kind of brings everyone onto their standing, brings everyone off their asses and starts standing, applauding, and, you know, everyone loves a good knockout. So, we received 472 votes for this category, and the nominees are Andrei Mikhailovich knocking out Nicholas Taylor, Bowen Morgan knocking out Jack Asis, Cairo George knocking out Tainui Inoue, Giovanna stopping Claire Hafner in her world title defense, Hemi Ahio knocking out Ali Kaden in Saudi Arabia, Josh Francis knocking out Alistair Boyd in their rematch, Junior Farr knocking out Newfield Altar, and finally Mosi Oimatangi Jr. knocking out Ratu Dawai. And your winner, by the way, this was one of the closest categories on the whole awards. Like, literally, the difference between these is like 1%. So it was very close. But with the winner, with 19.3% of the votes, is Andrei Mikhailovich knocking out Nicholas Taylor. So So here we go. Here's your certificate again. As we said, Peach Boxing did not support the awards. So again, Andre, if you want to receive your award, just give us your contact details, your address, and we'll send it through the mail. Snail mail! Alright, we're coming to one of the most exciting awards of the whole night. This is New Zealand Fight of the Year. So when we're talking about New Zealand Fight of the Year, we're talking about two New Zealanders facing off against each other. The best fight of the year that everyone will think about. The nominees are Andre Mikhailovich versus Gunnar Jackson for the Pro Box New Zealand title. Title? Giovanna Perez versus Lainey Daniels for the WBO Light Heavyweight World title. Kiki Toa-Latali versus Julius Long. Lainey Daniels versus Tessa Tuileva'u, the rematch. And Lainey Daniels versus Tessa Tuileva'u, the trilogy. And your winner, with this category receiving 436 votes, and the winner with 38.3% is the world title fight, Giovanna Perez versus Lainey Daniels. So, both of these people get their awards. So we'll go cross over to Giovanna Perez and then John Conway accepting on behalf of Lainey Daniels.
Thank you. Thank you. Here we go again. Thank you one more time, guys, for voting for me. Actually, it was a bloody good fight, I have to say. Thanks for voting, guys. See you next time.
Well, I'm sure that Lainey appreciated all the support that she gets from everyone, and that was one heck of a fight. Lainey fought very well. Giovanna fought amazing. Giovanna won the title, world title fight, but both girls put on a great display of real good girl power.
Now, introducing the next inductee into the Gladrap 2019 Hall of Fame. This is one of the few people who have won a world title that has come from New Zealand. Introducing Marcelino Masoe. Marcelino Masoe is one of the most underrated boxers to come out of New Zealand. He has competed in 3 Olympics representing American Samoa. In his professional career, he has won major boxing bouts, including his biggest boxing bout of his career, winning the WBA World Middleweight title against Evans Ashir in 2004. He has also fought for the WBO World Super Middleweight title in 2009 against Karoli Basase. Now that's actually pretty impressive, not only to win a WBA world title, but also to compete again for another world title later in his career. He has also won the IBF Pan Pacific, WBA, PABA middleweight titles, and the NZNBF and WBO Asia Pacific Super Middleweight titles. Marcelino Masoe retired in 2011 with the record of 30 wins, 6 losses, no draws, with 28 wins coming by way of KO. We are honoured to induct Marcelino Masoe into the Hall of Fame. Now I've done something very scary. I'm in straight boy clothes. That's very scary. Ah! I'm even shocked producer Josh just before. Alright, coming up next is the International Fight of the Year. This is an award for New Zealanders who fought against someone that's not from New Zealand. This award received 436 votes, and wow, this is amazing. Introducing the first nominees. Bowen Morgan versus Jack Asis for the WBU World title. David Light versus Mark Flanagan for the WBO Oriental title. Giovanna Perez versus Claire Hafner for the WBO World Light Heavyweight title. Hemi Ahiro versus Ali Kadin. And Junior Farr versus Dominic Gunn. Or Gwyn. One of the Gwyn. So remember, 436 votes have come in for this particular category. And your winner, with 33.9%, is David Light against Mark Flanagan. Again, Peach Boxing, Peach Boxing guys, they seem to not be, supporting the awards. So David Light, you can send us your address and we can send this to you if you want it. So yeah. Coming up next, we've got the Promoter of the Year. So Promoter has a very big job as they have received a lot of hard work trying to put on these shows. Some of them are money grabbers and others aren't. It is extremely big financial burden for some, especially when you're trying to put on a professional fight, especially when you go off into it in like big arenas. This category has received 439 votes. Excuse me. My lunch was coming up. The nominees are Bruce Glossier, Craig Thompson, Isaac Beach, Phil Shatford, and Shane Cameron. And your winner, with 32.1% of the votes, is Shane Cameron. Now we're crossing at Shane Cameron's gym right now.
Yeah, pretty awesome, eh? Pretty awesome to get an award for the Promoter of the Year. I haven't been promoting for that long, but saying that, I've done promoted 14 shows. The shows are getting better and better each time. I reckon. We've got some good fighters coming through. So that's what it's all about. Promoting is all about providing the right content. Providing the right fights. Exciting fights. The sport of boxing is an entertainment business. You have to entertain. The fighters need entertain. If fighters don't entertain, well, then the viewers on TV and the viewers live at night the live there on the night, they don't get really pumped for it. So, and boxing can be you can get boring fights. So it's all about matching the right fighters. I've got to give credit to Craig Thompson. He's my matchmaker all the way through, so he does a good job with that. We work together on making the final say on a lot of the fights, but we're getting better. He's getting better at matchmaking. I'm getting better at putting on the fight night. So it's not an easy game, even though I fought for 17 years in the boxing ring, but there's, like I said, there's one key thing that I think about is making sure it's entertaining, and second to that, making sure the matches are fair. Making sure the matches are fair, especially in the corporate game. I'm still in the corporate game as well. They start the night with the corporate fights. Those ultimately need to be fair, because the corporates, they don't really want a career in boxing. They want a career. They got their own career, but they want to tick that bucket list. Get in the ring for the very first time. So we want to make that minimal as possible in terms of they're going to be nervous, they're going to be scared, but try and minimise that best we can. And then the pros, well, hey, that's a totally different market. There's people want to make a career out of boxing. So some matches can be very hard for some guys, but but it's great. I love being involved with the sport, and I'm very, very grateful to win this award. I'm glad someone's doing something about it. So pretty cool. Gladrap.
Up next is one of the most important awards, is Trainer of the Year. Without a trainer, a boxer would go nowhere. Because there's a lot of boxers that will try and train themselves, but then they'll just end up, just like doing helicopters like that guy on my show. Anywho, Trainer of the Year, this award have received 460 votes. And the nominees are Grant Arkle, or Mosi Omatangi, who trained John Conway, who trains Lani Daniels, Isaac Peach, who trains a lot of people like Peach, David Light, Andre McCallavitz, and Jerome Pampalone. Phil Shatford, who trains Reese Papune and Bowen Morgan, Shane Cameron, who trains Joshua Francis, Terry Batchelor, who trains Comrade Land, Giovanna Perez, and the one and only Troy Garden, and Vasco, who obviously trains Rob Berridge and Ari Malasia. Your winner, with 23.9%, is Terry Batchelor. Crossing now over to The gym is Smooth Bachelor.
Thank you very much for the votes, everyone. Just want to say that coaching is it's a difficult job, but it is rewarding. A lot of stuff is done behind the scenes, and to all the coaches that were nominated, great coaches, and they, everyone puts effort in differently, and often goes unnoticed. So good work, and thank you to everyone that voted it, but also here's to all the coaches as well that all deserved it as well, because it's hard work, and without coaches there's no competition, and fighters can't grow, so they put on a lot of hard work, and definitely applause to all those coaches that were nominated. Thank you.
Now we're going to talk about boxers who came out of retirement. Is comeback of the year. Now this award is specifically for people who hasn't fought since 2017 and came back out of retirement here in 2019. This award received 391 votes. Your nominees are Ari Malacia, Brian Donnelly, Carol Earl, Gentiana Lupi, Jack Boot, Jordan Tai, Nicholas Charlumbus, Reese Papuni, and your winner with 27.6% is Ari Malacia. Crossing over to Owsley Event Centre is Ari Malacia.
Oh man, thank you, Benji.
Say your acceptance speech.
Hey man, I got nothing much to say, but thank you very much. That's very nice of everybody. And back to you, Benji. 3 News.
3 News. So you came back fighting Sarah Long and ended in a draw, and then you got your first televised pro fight this year. How was that all feeling?
It was good. It was good. It was something different, but yeah, I'm happy with our year. It was a bit slow to take off, but yeah, it's nice to be back.
And now you're ranked 3rd in WBA, which now you're practically in line for a world title. Should be happening over the next couple of years. How do you feel about that?
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go, champ.
Let's go.
Ari Malacia. Now it's time to recognise a very important boxer who's is going to be inducted into 2019 Hall of Fame. He's not just a boxer, he's now a trainer, a promoter, and now a gym owner. This is Shane Cameron. Shane is one of the most well-known boxers in New Zealand for both his contributions in and outside the ring. In his amateur career, he has won a bronze medal in the 2002 Manchester Commonwealth Games. In his professional career, he has won the NZPBA, Australasian, WBA Pan-African, IBF Pan-Pacific, WBO Asia-Pacific, WBO Oriental, and IBO Asia-Pacific and Commonwealth titles. He fought David Tua on the 3rd of October 2019, which was dubbed the New Zealand Fight of the Century, with both boxers receiving $500,000 each in purse. The fight holds a record in pay-per-view buys in New Zealand with 88,000 buys. He's fought Danny Green in 2012 for the IBO World Cruiserweight title, and he retired in 2014 with a record of 29 wins, 5 losses, 0 draws, with 22 big wins coming by way of KO. Outside the ring, Shane Cameron has created himself a major brand with Counterpunch line of equipment, his boxing gym, his event promotions, and managing with his boxers. He has been on reality TV, including Dancing with the Stars and Celebrity Treasure Island. Shane Cameron does regular charity work, including Key to Life, Poor Justice, and more. We are proud to induct Shane Cameron into our Hall of Fame, and now here's Shane Cameron with his speech.
Look at that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Thank you, Ben. Thank you to Gladrap for putting something like this together. Yeah, really cool, really cool. I suppose it just, my career was a short career. I started boxing. I had my first fight when I was 20 years of age. So I trained for 3 months. Then I had my first fight in England. Within a year and a half, I was ranked number 3 in England as a cruiserweight. And then 2 years later, after that, I represented New Zealand at the Commonwealth Games, won a bronze medal. And then I turned pro. And the professional career, it's been a roller coaster. Even as a amateur, it's been a roller coster. You have your highs and your lows, and hopefully you have more highs than lows. As a pro, I fought the man David Tour. That was a hard night for me. It's just what it is. It is what it is. It's a hard game. You got to talk it up, and you need to be confident. And I was very confident in going in to win that fight, but David's big left hook, he bloody caught me early. But probably one of my other highlights would be sparring Mike Tyson. I sparred Mike Tyson earlier on in my career, 2005. 2005, I sparred Mike Tyson, Phoenix, Arizona. That was an eye opener for me. It was a good taste into the top end of the heavyweights. Had some great fights. Won a Commonwealth title against Dominic Vey. That was a war in Australia. Probably my highest ranking as a heavyweight was number 6 in the world after beating Terry Troublemaker Smith in Christchurch. But it's cool. Boxing's such a cool sport. It's a hard sport. I met some great people. In the sport of boxing. Now I have a gym, and now I'm in the promotional game, which I really enjoy. I really enjoy putting on good fight nights. I got young Joshua Francis here. He's coming through the ranks pretty well. Long way to go, but like anyone, one piece of advice I give anyone to get ahead in life: never stop learning. Never stop learning. That's one piece of advice that I got given a long time ago. And I've met people that think they know everything, and if you think that, well, you don't know a lot. You don't know a lot. You need to be open-minded and open and willing to change, willing to make change, because you need to make changes in the ring. When the fight's going on and it's a hard fight in the first round and it's a 12-rounder, you need to make some changes. If you don't make some changes, you're going to get hurt. This is a hurt game, and it's an entertainment game. I think that's about it. Cool.
I've decided to do another costume change. It's kind of like a striptease because I'm just slowly removing clothing here. Have you noticed that I've changed beanie each and every single time of a Hall of Fame? If you haven't noticed by now, then you must be drinking something. Female Newcomer of the Year. This has received 415 votes. There's only 3 nominees. Diane Besley, who became the first LGBT person that was New Zealand born to make a professional debut. Laura Woods and Talia Smith. Now, this is actually very interesting because we have a tie! Wow! Yes, exactly, we have a tie. Your winners, with 37.1% each, is Diane Besley and Talia Smith. Both of them have sent their acceptance speech, which we play now.
So good morning. I just want to thank everybody at Gladrap and everybody that nominated and voted for me for up and coming female professional boxer of the year for 2019. So thank you, and thanks Benji.
Hi everyone, I'm Daniela and this is Talia. We'd just firstly like to thank the GladrapChannel for this brilliant initiative and of these awards. Thank you very much, Benji. Also, thank you very much for nominating and giving us these awards. And congratulations to the other winners. I really want to know who the best looking boxer in New Zealand is though, because I reckon I should have been nominated in that division. You knew I'd do that. But seriously, Talia has been awarded Female Newcomer of the Year, so congratulations Talia. Thank you. Thanks guys. Tully's was basically born into boxing. I would go to the training. She would go there with her colouring and books. And as the years went by, started putting the gloves on and training herself. So I guess it was was extremely natural for Talia to actually become a boxer. She had a brief corporate career, a brief amateur career, but later this year she debuted as a professional boxing fighter on my Diamonds in the Ring event. So and won her fight, which was extremely exciting to be a part of. Is anyone you'd like to thank, Talia?
I'd like to thank all the boys at Goodfellas. I'd like to thank Adrian, my coach.
That's Adrian Tai here.
I'd like to thank Diamonds in the Ring for putting the fight on, and obviously you, because you dealt with everything.
Yes, mother. Congratulations, my baby.
Male Newcomer of the Year. Now, we've got so many nominations here. We're not even going to go through them, but we'll nominate, we'll talk about the top 5 who got most nominated. Shall we go, in order, coming 5th, or just go straight? Yeah, this is something different, because, we have, 10 nominations, I think, for this one. So it's good to recognise, the top 5, at least. Okay, Male Newcomer of the Year has 419 votes. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll go by top 6, shall we? Top 6. Okay, 6th place is Richie Hudlow. Yay, little claps here. 5th place is Saeed Salam. In 4th place, we've got Alex Farr. In 3rd place, Valami Laiava. In 2nd place, Sing Low. And finally, your winner and best newcomer of the year is Marcus Hayward. Here is Marcus Hayward accepting his speech. So, accepting his award.
G'day guys, Marcus the Edo Hayward here with my 2019 Male Newcomer of the Year award. It's proudly sponsored by GladrapChannel. I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone in my team. Chris Martin, he's been an absolutely outstanding coach, and he's helped me achieve everything I've managed to achieve this year. Vahid Yunesi and all the boys at King's Academy have been absolutely wonderful. I couldn't imagine a better team to train with, and also all the boys at Steve Oliver MMA. They welcomed me in towards the end of this year, and been nothing but love and respect for them. So cheers, guys, and looking forward to 2020. Here I come.
Okay, now this is a thing that we weren't going to let people vote on. This is the Gym of the Year. So Gym of the Year goes to the gym that has received the most wins in our awards. And the Gym of the Year is Mayhem Boxing. And accepting the award is Terry Batchelor. Now, while we have you here, your gym has actually won the most awards out of any other boxing gym. So we'd like to present you Gym of the Year.
Oh, wow. Well, again, thank you. It means a lot. And again, the fight community is small and competitive, and without all the other gyms, again, nothing would be possible. And for all the tough fights that everyone has, and again, thank you, and thank you to all the great gyms out there, because it means a lot. And especially here at City Liga with such great fighters on the kickboxing side as well as the boxing side as well. Means a lot. Thank you.
All right, we're coming to the big awards now. This is the main massive awards for the whole show. This is, firstly, Female Boxer of the Year, which has received 532 votes. Again, we'll do a top 4 who received the top 4, shall we? Top 4. We'll do top 5, hey? Yep. Top 5? Yeah, top 5. All right, coming 5th. is Baby Nansen. Coming fourth is Ashley Campbell. Coming third is Lani Daniels. Coming second is Tanya Reid. And now finally, with the number one spot, the WBO World Light Heavyweight Champion with 43% of the votes is Giovanna Perez. Crossing back to the gym is Giovanna Perez.
Thank you guys again. Without you, I wouldn't be here. Thanks for voting for me. And well done to all the other fighters, female fighters that are coming up. So they are very talented, and watch this space because New Zealand will shine on around the world with all the talent that we have here. Thank you guys.
Now it's time for Male Boxer of the Year. This vote has received 480 votes. Now we'll do like a 1, 2, 3, 4. Top 4. Should we do top 4? Let's see. What is even easier? Top 4. Yeah, top 5. Top 5. Okay, coming fifth is Hemi Ahio. Coming fourth is Bowen Morgan. Coming third is Andre Mikhailovich. No clap for that one. Coming second is Joseph Parker. And the winner and the Male Boxer of the Year is Junior Farr. We have seen Junior Farr's certificate in the mail, and hopefully he gets that. Okay, and now we want to induct a very special person into the Hall of Fame. Our first female, and I think if we should call the main Hall of Famer, in my opinion, the former IBF and the first ever IBF World Women's Champion, Daniela Smith. Just looking it up now. One of the biggest role models in New Zealand boxing is Daniela Smith. Inside the ring, she has accomplished so much in both amateur boxing and professional boxing, including becoming the first ever IBF Women's World Champion. She is also a 2-time New Zealand Professional Champion, 4-time New Zealand Amateur Champion, and a former Oceania Amateur Champion. She retired in 2014 with a record of 13 wins, 6 losses, with 1 big win coming by way of knockout. Outside the ring, she is a trainer, a promoter, and she raises a lot of money for charity with her Diamonds in the Ring brand. The promotion has raised over $150,000 with a variety of refugee groups, and most notably Women's Refuge, going towards those things. We are proud to announce Danielle Smith as our first inductee into the Hall of Fame.
I'd like to award Daniela Smith, my mum, the New Zealand Boxing Hall of Fame Award. Are you the only female?
Yeah.
She's actually the only female that's been awarded this, so here you go.
Oh, here you go. Thank you, Bob. Thank you for this award, and also congratulations to the other winners of this award. It's quite an honour to sit with these amazing male icons of boxing here in New Zealand and actually internationally. My first ever boxing fight was in 1998, and I debuted on the undercard of Marcelino Massoy at the Downtown Convention Centre. That was a Kevin Barry's event. So it's a huge honour to sit beside somebody who I've looked up to for so many years and still do. Then in 2005, I had my first professional boxing fight, and I debuted on David Tua's homecoming fight when he fought Talmadge Griffiths here in out in West Auckland. So to share an award with someone like David Tua is pretty mind-blowing, to be perfectly honest. It's such an honour. He was actually the reason I started boxing. I knew 2 boxers, David Tua and Muhammad Ali. That's all I knew about boxing when I first started. So huge honour to share this award with David. Also, Shane Cameron, who has played a huge part in my professional career. He would feature me on his undercards, when he was competing throughout New Zealand, and I'm hugely appreciative of that. Kali Meehan, he's another boxer that I looked up to, and in fact he would stop by my place at Avondale and see me boxing on the bag and give me a few tips. I was absolutely hideous, but I really appreciate the time and effort that Kali took to help me. So congratulations to the other recipients. It's quite an honour, and quite an honour to be a female being acknowledged alongside these men. That's such a big thing, because back in '98 when I first started boxing, it was extremely strange when I would see the look on people's faces when you'd say, they'd say, "What do you do for sport?" And I'd say, I box," and they'd look at you like, and really strangely. Times have changed, however, and awards like this help to promote female boxing and to promote the positivity of boxing here in New Zealand, which is a big thing for me, and I feel very strongly about. So thank you, Benji, and thank you for the team at Gladrap for doing these New Zealand awards. I think it's a fantastic initiative. One person who I'd really love to thank is Monty Beetham Jr. He's played a huge role in me as not just a boxer, but as a person. So thank you so much, Monty, for the time and effort you put into me and still give me. I've got a lot of love for you, and I beat you to get these awards. No, but in all seriousness, thank you so much, Monty. It means the world to me. Thank you. See you guys.
For this final award, this is the massive award, the biggest award for the whole awards. I've done something very controversial that's not Benji whatsoever. Get it? Benji Watts? Benji whatsoever. Haha. I have removed my beanie! That's scary! I don't know I could do that! I thought it was surgically, put in, Obviously it's not. Okay, Boxer of the Year. This is the big one. So this is the biggest award out of the whole of the Gladraps. This has received 456 votes. Your nominees is Andre Mikhailovich, Bowen Morgan, David Light, Giovanna Perez, and Mosi Oyamatangi Jr. We'll do the full, top 5. Coming 5th is Andre Mikhailovich. 4th is Mosi Oyamatangi Jr. 3rd is Bowen Morgan. And your winner, with 46.7% of the votes, is the WBO World Light Heavyweight Champion, Giovanna Perez, leaving David Light 2nd. Yay. Well, we're crossing now over to Giovanna for her to accept her award.
I think I'm becoming a little bit repetitive right now, but thank you guys. Means a lot to me being here. Having such good people around me like Terence and all my other coaches and all the other fighters around me, and being in this place, City Liga. It's an amazing feeling, and we would not be possible to achieve this without every single one of them and you. Thank you very much.
And that is it. That is the Gladrap Awards. We're all finished. I've lost my beanie. Shit. But yeah, thank you for everyone that's tuned in. Thank you to everyone, that 854 people who voted. Thanks to producer Josh for helping me put this together, because this is a good thing that we've done, because this has never been done before. Thanks to Golf Weather for performing his new song for us. Thanks to all the winners for letting us record and accepting the awards and blah 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 blah. Yeah, I'm very happy with these. We did a pretty good job. I think we did a pretty good job. Merry Christmas to everyone and happy holidays to everyone. We will definitely be back next year, and we're going to be live at AVA Stadium. Yeah.